One of his hands has trouble gripping the steering wheel of his black Mercedes. See, championship rings aren't designed with utility in mind. He looks down at his phone to see a text from his private chef with an ETA on tonight's dinner. Something scratches his hip. He reaches down and grabs a plastic leftover from removing the tag of his new Adidas gear this morning. The shirt won't be available to the public for a few more months. We're used to this, the image of a star wide receiver. It's familiar. But when we take a closer look, we've never seen a receiver like this.
Jeremiah Smith.
Jeremiah Smith.
Jeremiah Smith.
Jeremiah Smith.
He is the best wide receiver I've ever seen at his age, period.
If he's pressed and it's one-on-one, put it up, and he'll make the play.
In 4 years, Jeremiah Smith is the best receiver in football.
I know you're offensive coordinator, Sam, and I've joked with him throughout the year. I'll just send a text that says, throw it to 4.
People that are in Columbus in my ear going, we have never seen anything like this.
Jeremiah Smith Jr. is 19 years old, the highest ranked high school recruit ever at the position.
Yeah, you see? Oh, that's the coach. One and only Jeremiah Smith.
And folks were saying he could have been a top 10 draft pick this year. Receivers have captured the hearts and eyes of fans ever since Teddy Roosevelt instituted the forward pass. But this young, this highly touted, these kinds of expectations, I don't think any receiver has ever been in this position. And because the situation's one we've never seen before, we don't know exactly what's going to happen next. We don't have a map. Well, we don't have the whole map, I should say. But we do have pieces of it. Those pieces show us some of the challenges that await Jeremiah Smith Jr. as he tries to go from Phenom Valley to summit Mount Goat. We'll pay close attention to the stories of past travelers trying to get to Mount Goat who encountered these obstacles. From Justin Blackmon to Larry Fitzgerald, past Phenom examples can give us clues as to how Jeremiah Smith can overcome the challenges ahead. And make no mistake, how he handles these challenges will have consequences. College football's most prestigious trophies, the 2027 NFL Draft, and Columbus, Ohio's next 2 years, all hanging in the balance. They will all be influenced by Jeremiah Smith's journey. So, let's begin. The first obstacle is one you can't find on the map. Shitty Sherpas. A receiver can prepare themselves all offseason. They can work on explosive movements in the weight room every day. They can catch 500 balls a day on the jugs machine. They can watch film 30 minutes a day on where to improve their route running. Hundreds of days and thousands of hours of dedication to the craft can all feel like nothing when fall comes around because so much is out of a receiver's control. In the climb to Mount Goat, Sherpas are the people guiding your ascent. Your quarterback, your offensive coordinator, your head coach. They're supposed to get you to the right altitude, put the ball where it needs to be, scheme you open, build a game plan around your strengths, but not every Sherpa knows the route. And the hard truth is, if your Sherpas can't take you higher, you better learn to climb without them. Few people know this better than Larry Fitzgerald. Hail to Pitt. You see, as a teen, Larry was a ball boy for the Vikings. He learned from Chris Carter and Randy Moss. In college, Larry won the Blitnikoff and finished second in Heisman voting. But in his 17 years in the NFL, he had 21 quarterbacks, 9 different play callers, and 6 head coaches. Of those 21 quarterbacks, only 1 had an all-pro season while playing with Larry. Only 3 ever made the Pro Bowl. It's a privilege, Fitzgerald said. Most guys don't get a chance to play long enough to be able to catch the ball from that many quarterbacks. So I look at it as a blessing, a testament to my longevity. Larry Fitz for president. Out here, there's no shade. The light gets harsher, the sun feels hotter, and the mirages start to appear. This is Mirage Desert. Every great receiver walks through it. Jeremiah Smith is already being compared to NFL greats. You're the next Julio Jones, the best since Calvin Johnson, a lock to be a top 5 pick. This is the place where great receivers can get lost early. They start trusting what they hear instead of what they know is the right way to go. They start drifting from the plan that got them here. And if they drift too far, it's hard to find the trail again. Nobody knows this better than Justin Blackmon. Coming back to Oklahoma State, Blackmon was that dude. Back-to-back Blitnikoff awards, Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year. Analysts call him the next Calvin Johnson, the best player to come out of Oklahoma State since Barry Sanders. The dude got drafted 5th overall, but the Mirage hit hard. The dude lost his compass, lost his way, and in just 20 games, his career was over. Jeremiah Smith is already in this terrain. The Mirages are everywhere.
We got a young Julio Jones on our roster now, Jeremiah Smith.
If I think Jeremiah is Justin Jefferson.
You're talking about on the level of Julio Jones and A.J. Green and Calvin Johnson and guys who went in the top 5.
He made us stop talking about Marvin Harrison Jr.
But the only way to get through this desert is straight ahead. Don't follow the voices. Don't chase the mirage and tire yourself out. Trust your plan, stick to the play call, and run your route. Eventually, the trail reaches a stream of cold water. Media Meltwater. It looks calm at first, refreshing, even. The spotlight, the questions, the attention. But out here, one wrong step can send you slipping on the rocks. This is where public perception starts to determine your route up to Mountain Goat. One quote out of context can turn into a headline. One viral clip is all some people will remember. One bad moment, caught on camera, or caught not saying anything at all, can follow you for years. It's not fair, but it's real. And for wide receivers who are always mic'd up, always expected to wow us, the Meltwater is colder and deeper than for almost any other position. Get careless here and the climb becomes a lot colder. Randy Moss learned how to control the moment. He turned this and the ensuing $10,000 fine
Bit up on the route, and Randy Moss, without even really being able to run, as he shoots the moon to the fans here in Green Bay.
That is a disgusting act by Randy Moss.
into his catchphrase.
If you don't write checks, how do you pay these guys?
Straight cash, homie.
Randy, were you upset about the fine?
Nah, cause it ain't number 10 grand. What's 10 grand to me? Next time I might shake my.
Terrell Owens created moments.
There's going to be a penalty on George T because he's going to clock him. What is that a pen?
That's the best one.
It's my quarterback.
But he didn't always control him like he thought. He's one of the best to ever do it, third all time in receiving yards. But he was also so divisive that 3 teams decided to get rid of him despite being that elite. The lesson for Jeremiah Smith? You don't have to perform for the camera, but you do have to respect it. You're gonna be asked to talk, to entertain. And if you don't shape the story, somebody else will. The media can be a refreshing cool down or make you freeze. Be smart with it and keep your footing. Every map to Mountain Goat runs through this checkpoint, Identity Pass. It's quiet up here, but it's also where the air gets thinner and you're forced to look inwards. This is where the stats stop being enough. How you treat the game and the people in it starts to dictate if you survive. It becomes about how you lead when the cameras aren't on, how you handle things when the ball doesn't come your way, how you treat the people around you. Because every great receiver who's made it this far, they all had elite traits. But the ones that stayed at the top, they had something more. Similar to Larry Fitzgerald, AJ Green made plays no matter who was throwing him the rock. Reggie Wayne kept the Colts culture alive after Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning moved on. He played through injuries, mentored young guys, and made the team better even when the spotlight moved on. And of course, Jerry Rice. The greatest receiver of all time wasn't the biggest, loudest, or the fastest dude on the field. But by all accounts, he was obsessed with doing things right. First one in, last one out. Ask anyone who played with him. It's how he worked, it's how he treated his teammates that separates him from everybody else. These guys made their way through Identity Pass with their heads down and their teammates lifted. But others didn't. Antonio Brown had one of the greatest 6-year stretches for any receiver ever. But once the fame and ego took over, you all saw what happened, and we all continue to see what's happening over on X. Stephon Diggs was a top 5 talent for years, but public rifts with quarterbacks and coaching staffs in both Minnesota and Buffalo have shaped how people remember him. Santonio Holmes was a Super Bowl MVP, but to give you an idea about where his career went after that, this was the first sentence written in an article about him. Up here, you've survived the mirages, the cold starts, the fame that comes with being an elite receiver. But this is where the climb changes. It's not about proving everybody that you're talented. Everyone already knows that. It's about proving you can stay. Jeremiah Smith's already talented enough to get here. But what matters most, it's the old cliche. What happens when no one else is watching? How he handles the quiet moments, the eventual setbacks, the teammates who need him. That determines whether he just visits the mountain or earns a permanent place at the top. We've never seen a receiver like this. Not this young and polished with the physical traits, and not with this kind of pressure and expectations. And the journey is just beginning. Through shitty Sherpas, Mirage Desert, Media Meltwater, and Identity Pass. Now, we just get to watch. Will he make it? Because here's the truth Jeremiah will learn. The mountain doesn't care what we say about you. You still gotta climb it. Hey, if you like this one, go watch my video on Arch Manning. It's titled, "We've Never Seen a Quarterback Like This." It's the QB version of this same journey. And if you made it this far, trust me, you're gonna like it. And it's on this very next frame.